time once again. It's that time once again. It is time. AC Sports Live. Here we go on a Tuesday night. It's your boy AC. I'm in the building. AC Sports Live on a Sports Empire Network. Here on Facebook Live, YouTube. If you're on YouTube, hit that like, hit that subscribe, share if you're on Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. Go ahead and retweet this thing. Help your boy out. Sharing is caring. A quick and dirty show today. No publicity. No pre-show graphic. But I'm going to be in and out before you know it. I want to stay consistent on this Tuesday night. Y'all know it's football season, man. Just got in the house. My son's battle-tested, bruised up last Friday night's game. It came up short. But young AC had a good game. 10 tackles, 2 sacks, tackle for loss. He wants the W, though. So we're going to have to get there. They're practicing hard. Tonight's show, man. Quick look at the NFL camping situation. It's time for cuts. Shot here in my garage, but I want to give a shout out to Ife, who is raising money for the kids. Ife's kids. Let me see if I can't pull this up so you can see the graphic. Ife is a long-time Long Beach Poly coach, but now he's coaching with us over at St. Anthony's, and he's raising money for the kids and their tuition. He wants to show love to those who can't afford those tuition entry fees. So you want to help out with Ife's kids, holler at Ife. He has a Venmo. He's old school, but he now has a Venmo. But you can reach out to him. His number is 714-916-4626. Text him or call him. Let him know you want to help out. And it's a 50-50 raffle. So if you win, you get half the cheese. Hopefully someone wins and gives that cheese to the kids. But 50-50, you get a chance to win some dough. A little mo. Check out my man Ife. I believe he also has, let me see, what did he ask? He also said he had a email. Mike Staff in the building, double time. In the building and on the screen. Twice as nice. If you want to help out Ife's kids, you can hit him up. His email is kwe1981@gmail, and he uses Venmo. The buy-in for the 50-50 is $20. 20 big ones. So go ahead and hit that up. Also, show sponsored by DEM Clothing, Mood Swing Clothing, Mike Moody's clothing line and apparel. Dominate every matchup. You'll see AC2 modeling that real soon on his first NIL deal with the local clothing line. Can't get mad at that. The Queen Show, like I said, Elaine, it's 11:18. Where you at? What you doing awake? On the East Coast, if you are on the Empire, the Sports Empire Network on the East Coast, welcome to the dark side, to the west side. I know it's midnight where y'all at. But y'all up, you on social media, you might as well join in. It's Interactive Sports Talk. If you would like to join the show, I got a live link. If your camera is right, your microphone is right, you can hop on the show. It's as simple as that. Who wrote the book of love? Velvet. It's as simple as that. Let me know, man. All right, jumping right in, jumping right out. NFL camping. It's about that time, man. I believe it's only 3 preseason games. It's getting to the end. I listened to the Time Is Now podcast today and how the Raiders almost had Tom Brady and Gronk and all this other foolishness. Mike Staff's podcast, he was about to lose it, about to blow a gasket. I'm not surprised, man. All this talk behind the scenes. Don't smile into the balls in the hole just like golf until he's lined up in your uniform. But then again, Antonio Brown was in the black and gray for black and silver for about a week, and he started calling people out their name, and they shipped him out of town. I personally think that was a sabotage, a personal self-sabotage to get released, to be on the Patriots, to get to Tampa Bay. All the things that happened to Antonio Brown, I think he orchestrated it. I think he wanted that stuff to happen. He wanted to be a martyr. He wanted to be seen. He wanted to be the victim. And now he's saying, I wish I could have seen me play. This guy's crazy. All right, man. The NFL camps coming to an end. So if your fantasy football team, your fantasy football drafts are coming up, that lets you know camp is about to be over. It's about to be the real deal. I believe the first game is September 2nd, or is it this week, this Thursday? My producer in the house, Mike Staff, we'll see if he knows. September 1st, maybe that Thursday? Probably that Thursday. The first game of the season. Cut day. I'm seeing some notable veterans being cut around the league. It's a lonely day. It's not fun to put in all that work, all that hustle, and have the revelation that you will be without a job come Monday. NFL camp. You pack up your things, you go to a remote location, you put in the work for 3 weeks, playing some preseason games, only to see that there's a math game being played, a financial shuffle happening behind the scenes. Even if you are a free agent outplaying the draft pick, and there's money involved and there's money invested, there's a chance you're not gonna make that team. And then what? Mike Staff said the season starts September 8th. I don't know why I thought it was the 2nd. Like it was the 2nd, where that Thursday is the first game. So is that a Monday night? It's a Thursday night game on the 8th. So we got some time for 2 good weeks before the kickoff of the 2022-2023 football season. All right. So we see Baker Mayfield has won the starting job in Carolina. Not really surprised. I never thought Sam Darnold was going to be an NFL star. I knew he'd be a good NFL quarterback for about 10 years, but now we see he's going to be holding a clipboard until Baker Mayfield really messes up. We're seeing a lot of skepticism on some of these quarterbacks that have been kind of anointed. You see it in San Francisco. You're kind of waiting to see what's going to happen in Green Bay. All this stuff means nothing. You heard Aaron Rodgers talking about his receivers needing to step up. Yeah, he's going to miss Devontae Adams. But somebody in that group needs to step up and be Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams wasn't the biggest recruit out of Fresno State. He became. And if you have Aaron Rodgers throwing you open, you can be that guy too. We'll see who it is. I'm not sure who your favorite team is to win the whole thing. You have your favorite team that you love. But who do you think has the goods to win it all? I listened to the Time Is Now podcast. Mike Staff loved the Raiders. He didn't give them 8 wins. He's realistic, but at the same time, cynical. Same time, negative to his own team that has weapons. They pick up Devontae Adams, and now they're only an 8-winning team, he says. I said they're going to win at least 10 games. They got to win at least 10 games. They got too many weapons. Even if they don't stop nobody, they're going to outscore some people. Mike Staff said they ain't going to score. Renfro's not going to score. Devontae Adams not going to score. I'm going to pick Devontae Adams in my fantasy team. They're going to spoon feed him the ball. You don't pay that kind of bread to somebody and not spoon feed him in the end zone, in the red zone. Devontae Adams is not Julio Jones. Julio Jones will not find the end zone. I've had Julio Jones on my fantasy team about 3 times. No touchdowns. Just yards. I don't know if he was a PPR lead or what. It was just wasted pick. We will see, man. So around the NFL, man, we got a couple games coming up. Thursday, August 25th, Green Bay, KC, San Fran, Houston. I don't think we're going to see much. We're not seeing a whole lot in these preseason games. A lot of guys ain't suiting up. I saw Kyler Murray on the sideline with a plays sheet, calling plays. So it's just a matter of guys getting through preseason, getting through camp, and they're going to use the first 3 games as their camp. So we will see. All right, Via in the house. Mike Staff said, nope, there's no schedule. It's the schedule. Oh, the Raiders' schedule is what's going to keep them from winning 10 games. You gotta have some faith. Where's your love? Where's your belief in your team? Carr can't deliver in the red zone. Ooh, I hope Carr ain't watching. Your biggest fan don't believe you got what it takes. That's sad. That's tragic. All right. I guess we gotta let the Raider insider. Julio got Brady. He will be better. Julio Jones is on the Bucks. Oh my God. Yeah, he'll be better. Daggone right, he'll be better. All right, Via, we go back like car seats, bro. How are you? I hope you're doing well, man. You're looking like you're doing real well in your picture. You're looking like it's, LASA, what's going on, Holmes? Elaine says silver and black for life. So we got 2 Raider fans. All right, Via, going 3. You're an SC fan. All SC fans are Raider fans with no home. There you go. That's why I'm mad they didn't take Brady and Gronk. You would have had you a nice little chip. You might have got you a chip. Okay, so we got Buffalo, Carolina on Friday. And these preseason games don't mean nothing, man. Don't get your pennies in a bunch. We're just trying to get through it. Injury free. As we see every day, somebody's getting a little bit nicked up, banged up. They're done. They're going to shut it down for the preseason and wait for the opener. Hey. All right, Via. To Pops, I said, hey. All right, man. So camp coming to an end. All these joint practices. Somebody said all these camp fights are a bad look. No, it ain't. It's football. It's a contact sport. Grown men manhandling each other. Tired 2-a-days. Eating lunch together. Me mugging from across the room. You hit somebody square in the chest. You gotta see him again in the PM practice. You hit me again, it's gonna be on. And then you get to see who rides for you on your team. Because it's camp. You can fight. They're not gonna throw you out the next game. It's camp. It builds camaraderie. I like inter squad fights. I need to know that guys want to win. I need to see guys going at it. I'm a little worried if I don't have no gangsters on my team. Now I'm a square. But I've been in many camp fights. I grabbed the dude's face mask and threw his helmet. And Mike Dicker said, "Good job." That might have kept me on the team. It's a violent game. Maybe that's why my son loves it. He gets to unleash some violence legally. You get to hit people. You get to embarrass somebody. You get to showboat a little bit. And they get a little mad. You get to troll them. I've given my kids I coach a little tip here and there how to troll other players without getting thrown out the game. Clap your hands. That's the worst. That's the worst feeling. You do something and you clapping in their face. Yeah. Oh, you mad now? Oh, we playing some ball now. And they laugh at me. I said, try it in the game. See what happens. They'll be steaming. They be ready to fight. And you smiling, laughing, and saying hi to your mama in the stands. Mama, he mad. Whole game, he thinking about you the rest of the game. Mad. All out of his game. It works in basketball too. Hit a shot, say hi to your mama. Hi, Mom. Got him beat. I got him hot. He hot. He's steaming. Look at him. He can't even focus. Ref can't say nothing. You're not showboating. You're talking to your mom. It's a fun game, man. It's an emotional game. Fights are going to happen. So don't think about it. Oh, they're undisciplined. No, they're passionate. I don't advocate for fighting. But nobody's going to get hurt. They got on full gear. They're not even going to be able to touch each other. They're going to be yanking face masks and punching pads. And before you know it, they've broken the fight up and they're back lined up again going against each other. They're professionals. Heck, they got fighting in hockey. It's part of the game. Bros can't fight in camp. I think it's a way to let off steam. It's a way to get your frustrations out. Once you get it out, you're able to focus and be all right. So don't get too wrapped up in, oh my God, the game is too violent. Oh my God, these are a bunch of thugs. No, that ain't the narrative. They would like for it to be the narrative. Oh man, he's a hothead. Now what's tragic is Aqib Talib fighting a coach at a Pee-wee game that leads to his death. Now that's what I don't get down with. That right there. We need to knock that off. There's a dead black man because somebody's emotions got the best of them at a Pee-wee football game. Now you changed the lives of about 50 kids who saw it. Let alone your brother now facing life in prison over some referee calls and a yard marker? Come on, man. Not the same. Football camp fights, not the same as that. So let's get it all in context. Who is this cat? Who is this on YouTube dropping the F-bomb for no reason? Come on, Lucky. We don't get down like that, bruh. Come on, bruh. Mike Staff said camps are bad luck. I wouldn't say they're bad luck. It was a bad look or bad luck. It could be bad luck for somebody who can't get out of camp without injury. That's bad luck. Mike said it's worse if you don't get revved up before the season. You will have more injuries, have development familiarity. I agree. But what's as a coach, I think McVay has taken this approach. If he gets hurt on my watch in preseason, I look like a dummy. So I'm going to take my chance that he gets ready in the first 3 games. Instead of getting hurt in a preseason game, that means nothing. And that year they won the Super Bowl. Well, the first time he said that, they went to the Super Bowl and lost with Jared Goff. And then the next time he did that, they went to the Super Bowl and won with Matthew Stafford, Mike Stafford's long-lost cousin. So I kind of agree with that, but at the same time, like I'm telling some of my kids right now coming off injury, I'm not going to throw you out there prematurely. I would not be able to live with myself if I was the reason why you got hurt, not being mindful of the situation. Preseason games don't mean anything, let alone joint practices. So if I see it's a inside drill and they banging, I'm not putting my star athlete out there. I'm going to give them some thud action, but I'm not going to be stupid. I'm not going to allow them to tackle my prize running back to the ground in a scrimmage or a 9-on-7 drill. What did Rick James say? I got a little more sense than that. Cocaine's a heck of a drug. Now, when they fight, they are letting off steam. When we fight, we are thugs. They will paint us as thugs in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Yes, Aqib's brother. You spell Aqib Talib right when you put some respect on his name when he's not acting the fool. I loved his commentary during the game. He was real authentic and ghetto. I think that's a wrap. I think he might not be able to get back in the booth at this point. He has stepped down from his position on his show already. He knows he got bigger fish to fry with his brother's situation from his altercation. If you have the type of luxury, you can do that. But preseason games are different than OTAs. Very much so. Very much so. There has to be some kind of timing. You got to get together with your quarterbacks, receivers, your mesh drill, quarterbacks, running backs, O-line getting your calls. All this stuff has to happen. You have to prepare. It's just a different day. It's not when the days of old, you can beat each other up all day. And you had numbers. 3 strings. First string go down, second string in. Third string ready to go. Now it's star players. Protect the star players. They sell tickets and they sell viewership. Television viewership. That's where the money is. That's why we got the game we got now. Do not hit our offensive stars. Do not hit our quarterbacks. If you jump on a quarterback with all your weight, that's a penalty. How do you determine if someone used all their weight? How do you determine personal foul, used all his weight, first down? Like, I'm trying to explain to my kids today what an ejection hit looks like. I don't care if it's helmet to helmet. It's a defenseless receiver. They're throwing kids out the game for this game and the next game. Then what am I supposed to do? Make an effort to get the ball, or make an effort to not look like you launched, like Roman Reigns, spearing somebody. It's a different day, man. You can't be Jack Tatum or Chuck Cecil. You got to kind of throttle down, make a hard hit, but not too hard. Don't hit the quarterback in the head. It's a different day, man. So camp's coming to an end. Check out your teams. My Eagles looking good because we're going to run the ball. Now we have a couple of weapons. Also, I saw a clip that made me a little excited about some of the speed we got on the outside. Y'all remember Devon Allen? Is it Devon or Devin? Devin Allen, the track star. All right, so I saw this clip.
Allen H.
Go! Now they won't let me be great. They won't let me be great. This ain't the clip. Where my clip go?
Allen, a truly remarkable story, a three-time U.S. national champion in the 110-meter hurdles. As he showed, Allen, a truly remarkable story, a three-time U.S. national champion in the 110-meter hurdles. As he showed, Allen, a truly remarkable story, a three-time U.S. national champion in the 110-meter hurdles. As he showed, Allen, a truly remarkable story, a three-time U.S. national champion in the 110-meter hurdles. As he showed, Allen, a truly remarkable story, a three-time U.S. national champion in the 110-meter hurdles. As he showed, Allen, a truly remarkable story, a three-time U.S. national champion in the 110-meter hurdles. As he showed, Allen, a truly remarkable story, a three-time U.S. national champion in the 110-meter hurdles. As he showed, Allen, a truly remarkable story, a three-time U.S. national champion in the 110-meter hurdles. As he showed, Allen, a truly remarkable story, a three-time U.S. national champion in the 110-meter hurdles. As he showed, Allen, a truly remarkable story, a three-time U.S. national champion in the 110-meter hurdles. As he showed, Allen, a truly remarkable story, a three-time U.S. national champion in the 110-meter hurdles. As he showed, Allen, a truly remarkable story, a three-time U.S. national champion in the 110-meter hurdles. As he showed, Allen, a truly remarkable story, a three-time U.S. national champion in the 110-meter hurdles. As he showed, Allen, a truly remarkable story, a three-time U.S. national champion.
Appreciate you, Mike Stab. I have it. It's not on playthrough. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Appreciate you. I wasn't even thinking about how it's playing, but it's not playing through. Technology, man. Technology. Now it makes sense. It happened before. Now it makes sense. Appreciate you, Mike Stab. WNBA playoffs. And I'm not the WNBA insider, but I keep an eye on the ladies. And if you need in-depth WNBA coverage, once again, Mike Staff and the Time Is Now podcast, not the kid. I want to see championship. I want to see, Chicago beat New York 90-72. First round, game number 3. I believe coming up tomorrow, Connecticut versus Dallas. 6 p.m. West Coast time. Connecticut's up as a favorite, 5.5 points. I'm not sure if you're betting on the game. $2 bet, Connecticut wins. Who's taking my bet? Keep an eye on the ladies. Support the ladies. I did see Dennis Rodman going to Russia to try to help bring back Brittany Griner. If Dennis Rodman is successful, if the worm is able to go to Russia and get Brittany Griner home, where does that put him in a GOAT conversation? As far as life, not foot basketball, just living his best life. Dennis Rodman has done a lot in his life. He's hanging out with the dictator in North Korea. Now he about to go hang out with Putin. He about to make a deal on the side to get Brittany Griner freed up. If he pulls this off, after dressing in drag last week, partying all last week, doing God knows what all year long, Dennis Rodman style. And he's been doing things behind the scenes for a long time. Dennis Rodman's been doing a lot of good things for people. He's a true humanitarian. I'm not sure how, but he's a likable guy. I believe everybody that knows him says, man, we love Dennis Rodman. If he pulls this off, Mike's dad said, if Dennis Rodman can pull this off, he needs a Medal of Honor. I agree. Because it's about relationships, man. You can't punk the Russians, but you can go and befriend them and see what's really going on. What's really going on is a 0.7 ounces. She wasn't going to distribute nothing. That was for her pain. I had some the lotion in my backpack when I didn't know it was in there. I had to dig deep in there. It was not a problem. But if I was in Russia, it would probably be a problem. Players have pain. They have a way to cope with their pain. And Brittany Griner got caught up. That ain't the same excuse Iman Shumpert had. Recreation jump. Let's see what Dennis Rodman pulls off, man. The rabbit out the hat. Keep an eye on these WNBA playoffs. Y'all can support the girls, support the ladies, support the women. Support the women so that they don't go away. It's a good product. We got Kobe disciples. We got Hall of Famers. Even though Candace Parker jumped ship, but she went home. You can't be mad that she went home and brought a championship to the crib. Check out the WNBA tomorrow, 6 p.m. West Coast time. Connecticut versus Dallas, and they don't play again until Sunday. Seattle versus Vegas. Check out them Aces. And the rest can be found on your local listings. Yeah, the hemp lotion, man. The CBD, what's it called? CBD oil, whatever it is. That stuff work, bro. You might have some crazy dreams, but that stuff keep you right. If your back is gone, your knees are gone, and there's nothing else, you don't want to take painkillers. And it's a natural pain reliever, natural antibiotic to anti-inflammatory. So, what Smokey saying Friday? Weed come from the earth. God put weed here for me and you. I don't smoke, but that ointment, it go on smooth. It don't come off rough. My girl, Jack Dizzle from Jack and Harley, she creates it, she sells it. It works like a charm. It's better than taking ibuprofen. It's way better than taking Vioxx and Celebrex, but they had me taking like candy when I play football, destroying my kidneys. So it's the alternative, man. And while I got a moment, let's talk about the hypocrisy of these major sports leagues. As we see Fernando Tatis Jr. getting 80-game suspension. And all the MVPs before him, Braum and all these other guys, the reward for hitting 50 home runs and getting a $200 million bag outweighs the suspension every single time. That's why they continue to use it. But the league benefits from 50 home runs, 60 home runs. Sosa and McGwire saved baseball. But now they'll never see the Hall of Fame because they were juicing. I remember being in St. Louis. We were playing against the St. Louis Rams. I was playing for the Arizona Cardinals. And it must have been preseason because I was still on the team. And our hotel was right outside the Arches. The buzz around St. Louis when McGwire and Sosa just happened to be playing that weekend. It was unreal, man. Just to see guys hit home runs. And everybody in the audience knew them guys were juicing. Them dudes were jacked up. They was hitting pop flies out the park. Like bad swings, ball going out the park. Any contact ball going out the park. Deshaun Watson is the only freaky deaky sneaky guy ever in the history of football. The only bad guy ever. Let's just suspend him like nobody's business. Let's just make sure he knows that he's not to be doing. What did Bob Kraft do? The former Clipper owner, calling Magic Johnson all kind of N-words. Like we have a hypocritical moral position in society alone. This country was built on evil and bad practice. But yet we want to be high and mighty when it comes to punishments for a guy trying to get an advantage, a guy trying to get healthy, so he's using a performance-enhancing drug. Do I advocate for steroids and PEDs? Nah. But I don't believe you should throw somebody away, because I think there's some more dirt behind the scenes that we'll never know about. When I saw Nick Saban get paid again, and Nick Saban ain't played down to football since he played back in the no face mask days. But he want to say NIL deals is going to ruin college football, or these players shouldn't get paid. These players shouldn't. They're going to ruin the authenticity of amateur football. Isn't that kind of hypocritical? These young men have been exploited. I was exploited. Everybody that's played college football, college basketball, college baseball has been exploited to a certain degree. And they want to throw at us free education. Give me a guaranteed 6-figure income after my degree, and then we could talk about it being a free education. Worth the 5 a.m.s, worth the injuries, worth the concussions, worth the no time to get a real degree at some institutions. So the whole thing about moral standards, throwing the book at Deshaun Watson, let's keep it 100, keep it consistent. They're going to treat Deshaun Watson like he raped these girls. They're going to treat him like Mike Vick was treated for killing dogs. Mike Vick didn't even kill them. That was his people. But they treated him like he was out there doing that. Deshaun Watson, yes, he probably did make some girls feel uncomfortable. They took that money, and they sure did the do. That's why the court threw the cases out. If you do the do, you can't get no retribution on your activity you signed up for. Maybe you didn't sign up for the freaky sneaky, but you sure took that payment. I don't know how that conversation could ever end, but I just know it's pretty messed up how we continue to allow. And let's put it out there. I'm talking from the perspective of a bruh man. He's being seen as guilty until proven innocent, instead of being innocent until proven guilty. That's my problem. Now that he's given in and settled, people are saying, why settle if you're innocent? As a black man in America, sometimes you just have to do what you have to do to get past. Otherwise, face not ever playing again, being blackballed. And I've heard that narrative. He should never play again. I'm like, wait a minute, man. There are people that have raped people playing football. There are people who have beaten women up playing football, playing basketball, getting new contracts. So let's not get it twisted. We are all flawed people. None of us are perfect. We've all had our situations. Let's all be understanding. Let's all see both sides of the story. Mike Staff going hard in his comments. Mike Staff said the biggest hypocritical thing is that we have so many black and brown people in jail for long sentences, but we're talking about what Russia is doing. Don't preach too hard, Mike Staff. They're going to shut your podcast down and mine. But that is the truth, my brother. Straight up gospel. Weed is legal, so release these men. I get it. They broke the crimes of their time, but we have all learned that it's therapeutic. So in essence, these individuals were heroes. They made the world feel better, man. They wasn't giving them crack. They was giving them weed. And if you've never researched the different types of drugs, of course, there are some very dangerous drugs out there that would change your life forever. PCP, angel dust, heroin, methamphetamines. but it's been scientifically proven. And if you don't want to look at the science data, look at Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg ain't got no cancer. Snoop Dogg barely got gray hairs. Snoop Dogg's skin is cleaner than it was when he was a 15-year-old acne-faced young boy in Long Beach. Snoop looks good. He don't drink. All he do is smoke weed. He might be on a Corona commercials, but he don't drink it. He sold out for the Corona. Have y'all noticed nobody drank Corona before the coronavirus? Corona was just now all of a sudden the Corona of the world. Corona is a natural drink. It was Dos Equis for a minute. Modelo. Then Corona made a heck of a comeback. Coronavirus, let's capitalize. I ain't never seen so many Corona billboards in my life. But no, man, there's something to it. Once again, I don't condone it, but I understand it. It is legal. So retro auto, I agree with that. I quit playing college ball because I didn't have enough time for it and my engineer money. Engineer major. Oh, there it is. Engineer major. I heard you say money, so I wrote it wrong. You writing and talking. My girl J Dizzle, weed is not legal. I thought there was a bunch of mandates that the different chemicals and different beneficial health benefits allowed for certain individuals with medical clearance to actually have weed, not just the CBD and the THC. I still have what you gave me, J Dizzle, and it works like a charm. I'm gonna use some on my son and his injuries. I'm a little bit apprehensive because I do have really strong dreams when I use the oil or the lotion, but it's not legal, Dizzle. I know people that have cards and they're able to go get what they need, but that might not be what we talking about. You talking about street weed? Mike's dad says Snoop, Cheech, Chong, Willie Nelson, all them dudes who live forever. They don't get coronavirus. They don't get common colds. So something to it. Did Dr. CB use weed? I know Dr. CB used CMOS. And speaking of CMOS, I was taking CMOS for 2 weeks. Hey man, that stuff works. Knees don't hurt, back feeling good. Swimming 20 laps straight, no stoppage. My staff said not federally. It's not legal yet, but it's legal in most areas in the U.S. Is that what we're talking about? Jay Dizzle said no. It's not, especially in Russia. But here in the States, certain states it's legal, right? And that's why Iman Shumper's locked up. He went to the wrong state. It's not federally legal, meaning not legal everywhere. CBD is legal. Okay. Jay Dizzle, you did on your son and he was good? All right. I hope you didn't put no love potion in there where we put the lotion on and then dudes fall in love with you. You didn't put none of that stuff in there, did you? Hope not. Come on, Dizzle. Keep it 100. You can buy those cards on West. Don't tell me them brothers are selling them weed cards on Western and Fig. Yeah, man. Cuz O'Darion, man. That CMOS, man. I wasn't too swift on believing it until I started using it. And it truly is an anti-inflammatory. It truly is something that gives your elasticity back to your muscles. So I'm going to get a lot more and see if it's true. It might be psychological. But after a week, Mike Moody made me a batch. It really works, man. I don't know. It might have been a combination of different things. Me not eating fast food or me not drinking soda pop. But watching the little Dr. CB and watching everybody that uses CMOS hey, it's worth the try. It's natural. It's not, made in a factory. It doesn't have any fake additives. It doesn't taste very good. But I had mine mixed with elderberry and some other type of sweet smoothie, and it was palatable. So I was able to get mine in, and it still worked. It still worked. Yes, Dr. CB used weed. I had a feeling. The feds say no. Okay, well, y'all better keep it real. Don't go to the feds. They own patents. There it is. There it is. Money's involved. It's a real doctor. All right. There it is. They own the patents. That'll do it. Money rules. Cash rules. Everything around me. All right, so the GOAT debates, man. I got in another one. The government owns 30 patents on cannabis variants for pain relief. Ain't that a blip? Ain't that something? The world is a ghetto. Everybody's hustling everybody. I said that in the anti-fantasy football group. PayPal took $1.50 of the entry fee. PayPal ain't playing fantasy football. What they taking $1.50 for? They got money. Everybody's trying to hustle everybody, man. All right, man. Mike Staff got to get on. He got to go pull his daughter's tooth out. If that ain't hashtag dad duties, hashtag girl dad, I don't know what is. Now, does Mike Staff use the shoestring method, the floss method, or the 2-finger yank 'em on 3, but takes 1, 2, and yanks it, and his daughter hates him for about 2 weeks? Daddy's a liar, and daddy's mean method. Mike Staff in the house. Now he's out the house. Go take care of that tooth, man. All right, so the GOAT debate went like this the other day. Me and Cool McCain from the Sports Empire Network against the young heads. Cool McCain, I believe, has MJ. I had Kareem. The young heads had LeBron and Kobe. And I'm like, you can't tell an old head that LeBron is the GOAT, because we've seen what we've seen. The younger guys, 25, 30-year-olds, start using LeBron's stats as fuel to argue that LeBron is the GOAT. I think LeBron James is a great basketball player, great humanitarian, great father, all that good stuff. I don't think LeBron James' career allows me to put him above Kareem and Michael Jordan. From me, once and for all, the GOAT conversation is subjective. You're not going to change a grown man's mind when they've seen what they've seen. They've seen the environment. They've seen the hostility. Yes, it looks like today's players are way more skilled, but I do believe the change in the toughness, the change in the rules, the change in the environments, the change in the freedoms to go here and there just changes how we perceive players. So we can debate GOAT every single day and always agree to disagree. So the old heads are not going to be victim to recency bias, because we've seen what we've seen. Now, if you're a younger guy, you have not seen Michael Jordan in 1986 through 1992. You have to watch it on YouTube or NBA TV, and you'll think, oh man, Craig Elo, he's slow. Michael Jordan playing against plumbers. Well, if you watch today's game, it's reminiscent of an AAU game in the regular season. That's why it gets so sticky in the playoffs, because the game is now being played how it should be played throughout the season. No layups, hard fouls, all that good stuff, man. So the GOAT debate will continue until the next GOAT presents himself. And who would that be? Might be Bryce James. Baby Bron. We debate who's going to be the better James son, Bronny or Bryce. We don't know. What we do know is you like who you like. And can't nobody tell you different. Dr. J is my favorite player of all time. Allen Iverson is my second favorite player of all time. Hakeem Olajuwon is my third favorite player of all time. None of those guys are on the GOAT list, but they're my favorite players. There's a difference. Kareem is my GOAT. Michael Jordan is number 2. LeBron is probably number 3. But I put LeBron, Magic, and Bird as 3, A, B, and C. That's for me. You can have your own list. That's the beauty of it. Argue all you want. Prove to me why it's so. But don't get personal. Don't get emotional. Don't get all bent out of shape if I don't agree. But us old heads can't do it. Ain't gonna happen. We've seen what we've seen. Dizzle said, once they can best capitalize financially, it will be federally legal. Ain't that something? Job, man. I can't read that, but I appreciate you. You're on Facebook, you're on YouTube. Prathip. Hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that like button. James Mack checking in. Cuzzo said not to go. See, you're getting old in the tooth, Darion. If you're starting to think like me. I'm 50. I'm grown. I believe there are GOATs for every era. LeBron James is the GOAT of his era. I can't put LeBron over Kareem because he don't have a signature move that they had to input because they changed the rules for him to not be able to score so easy. Instead, they changed the rules so LeBron could score easy. Can't put LeBron over Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan sold more sneakers than anybody in the history of basketball. Has nothing to do with basketball. Michael Jordan sneakers still selling. My sports flicks, man, if you have not seen the Manti Te'o Untold, the girlfriend that didn't exist, it's sad, man, that this guy who is now transgender pretended to be Manti Te'o's girlfriend, and when it got too thick, he killed her off, but she never existed. So did she kill her off, or did she stop the catfish? Good to know that Manti Te'o is doing well. He did not do the unthinkable and end his own life because of everyone talking about him. Everywhere he went, they was going in on him about how stupid he was, his imaginary girlfriend, all the memes, all the pictures, all the jokes. He still played in the league several years. I believe he's a free agent today, but he's also married today with a child. I believe I have a picture, so you can be. Did I take a picture of it on my phone, or did I do it on my laptop? I think it's on my laptop. Let's see if I can't find it. That ain't it. That's Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman going to Russia to get Brittany Griner back. But there is proof that Manti Te'o is doing well. That's good. And Legacy Part 2 of the Lakers dynasty. It's more of the Buzz family and how they acquired the Lakers and how the Lakers became even more of a tight-knit group. Again, comparisons to Winning Time. Two different types of film, man. Two types of genres, man. One's a documentary and one's a biopic. I like them both. The Legacy one's intriguing because you are getting a little bit more. Them having family parties, them being close off the court, is good to know and to find out. That's the beauty of documentaries. You get to hear the stories that were not told by the media from the actual people. And the more and more we hear about the Buss family, the more and more we see that there was a disconnect between Dr. Buss and his kids and his family, and he recreated his family with the Lakers. So that's one of the storylines that I'm most intrigued by. Part 3 is out now on Hulu, so I'm gonna check that out tonight. I started watching it before the show. Started helping out Mike Staff with his production. Hopefully he starts doing his show live with video as well. Mac in the house was cracking. Same old thing cracking, man. So the Manti Te'o documentary, Untold on Hulu, definitely worth the watch. I believe it's a 2-part show. Is that Hulu or is it ESPN? I think it's on Hulu. So check that out. My 2 cents. This one made me laugh. Girls who had their hair like this in high school used to be super fast. I can confirm. This hairdo right here, if you had your hair like this in the 90s, early 2000s, you running sub 11.5. You might be running sub 11. This girl right here did not have a problem with the boys. Boys trying to holler at her because she had it going on. She had her earrings and she had her hair bumped. It's on Netflix, Mac. Appreciate you. I agree. This meme is accurate. 100%. 100%. I must laugh. I think I took a deep breath. I laughed so hard when I saw that meme. Barry Bonds belongs in the Hall of Fame. Buying or selling? I'm buying. Barry Bonds would have been a Hall of Famer without roids. And everybody's juicing. And he said he never knowingly took it. He only got big overnight. His head only grew overnight. Let them all in the Hall of Fame, man. McGuire, Clemens, all them dudes, man. Robin Ventura, all them guys. Let them all in. Just put a little star by their names. Put a little star in their name. Is that Jamal Clark in the house? Good buddy, how you doing? He's buying 100%. Barry Bonds belongs in the Hall of Fame, man. 73 home runs, was it? If you got to put a little star by his name, that's fine. He's a Hall of Famer. You can't write the story of the baseball history without Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, Mark McGuire, Robin Ventura, Gary Sheffield, all those guys, Balco guys. I'm not in roids and my head got bigger. I'm not on roids and my head got bigger. Ronnie Saw said he's a GOAT. The GOAT got to be in the hall, man. I'm buying. If they buying, we frying. I'm going to finish up with this one right here made me laugh. Stephen A. Smith said Clippers are just mopping the streets of LA with the Los Angeles Lakers. I don't think we can really brag on the Clippers until they win the championship. And I believe the Clippers really have a good team this year. I actually picked the Clippers to win the championship this year. A healthy Kawhi Leonard, a healthy Paul George, and the rest of those guys, the Clippers are really good. Defensively and offensively. Even with the healthy AD, I think the Clippers are just a tougher team. But they have no banners. They won't win a championship till they leave town. And I don't think Inglewood is the spot. Inglewood is still owned by the Lakers too. We'll see, Stephen A. Mopping each other up during the regular season is not that impressive to me. ED said he wants every player that played in the NFL to have proper health care and a pension. All of them. Not just the Hall of Famers. This is where we start. I agree. I only played a year and a half. I have a year in the NFL credited, and the other year was on a practice squad. First year was on injured reserve. The next year is on practice squad. I need some health care. I agree, ED. Every player, I'm pretty sure, is going to come back. If you play 5 seasons, you get to health care, and I'll be X'd out. Forget y'all, man. I'll take my ball and go then. Forget y'all. You want to X out your boy? Fine. Fine. We spoke on the Raiders. We spoke on Nick Saban getting money. Devontae Smith's nickname is Casper, the friendly ghost, because you see him and then he's gone. All right, so my last 2 cents, man, comes from a story I read about Allyson Felix, the GOAT of her generation in track and field. Now, I read this story. I did not know that Allyson Felix left Nike for this reason. Now I'm gonna read the story. Uh-oh, lost my focus. I gotta take this off the screen while I read it. Well, no, I don't. I could actually pull it up. I need you to know the context and look at her while you read, while you hear it. So Nike, when Allyson Felix got pregnant, let me see if I can pull this over. Nike was prepared to cut the terms of Felix's endorsement by as much as 70% due to the pregnancy, and told her to know your place and just run. Wow. Amid all this, she was forced to have an emergency C-section 7 months into her pregnancy because of a potentially life-threatening condition, and her baby had to live for more than a month in ICU. But 2 years later, she qualified for her 5th Olympics with her daughter watching. I'm talking about some GOAT stuff now, man. Felix dropped Nike, as she should, and created her own brand of running shoes. The Seish 1. She is currently running in the Olympics in Japan, wearing them under the banner, "I Know My Place." Of course, this was a few years ago. With 11 medals, she passed Carl Lewis for the most track and field medals by an American in history. She says, "I use my voice and built this company for you, so that you never have to train at 4:30 a.m. while you're 5 months pregnant to hide your pregnancy from your sponsor." GOAT. Pure GOAT. GOAT. The adversity she had to go through. And the picture shows her C-section scar. If you look closely, her C-section scar. GOAT stuff, man. GOAT stuff. Shout out to Allyson Felix, the GOAT. Mike's dad, please drive home safely. It's crazy folks out there. All right, so that's my show, man. Let me get out of here. My son said, "Wake me up when the food's ready." That lets me know I've been on here way too long. I do want to show Adrian Peterson boxing. So that's a little precursor to what All Day is up to. I think he's going to be a monster. He's always been heavy-handed. Mike Staff said that's how we know that them kids didn't stand a chance when he was whipping them kids. He heavy-handed like that. I don't know who he knocked down. And I believe the post said, who you got, Le'Veon Bell or Adrian Peterson? I'm going with All Day. Le'Veon Bell was afraid of contact. He ran tipping. All Day ran straight through the hole. Give me All Day. All Day. Also had a tragic upset in the UFC. Leon Edwards knocks out Usman in the final round. Will they show it? Do I have footage of it? Let me see if they'll let me show it. They may not let me show it. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. The perfect kick heard around the world. He took one square to the head. I challenge you to pull it up. I'm going to go to YouTube. I'm pretty sure on there. And YouTube probably shut me down. But I think it's worth it. Usman. Just the knockout part. Somebody posted it. Alright, let's see if I can pull this up. Alright. Usman's winning this fight. He got the fight in the bag. And then Kirkpatrick. Just like that. Just like that. It happens, man. It can happen. All right, man, that's my show. I appreciate y'all for coming through. I appreciate all y'all on the Sports Empire Network. I appreciate all the 1585 followers for checking in on the AC Sports Live Show. All my peoples, Mike Staff, Rodney Sauce, Jack Dizzle, Darion, Rodney Sauce, all you guys. The Collective Podcast, Sucker Punch Podcast, The Time Is Now Podcast, Jonathan Mathis, the Sports Judge, the Big Dogs on Campus Show, Saturday mornings at 6. Appreciate y'all. Once again, the 50-50 drawing, Ives Kids. If you would like to give and help out, Coach Ife is raising money to help the kids. If you got $20, hit him up. He got the Venmo. 714-916-4626 is his phone number. Text him or call him. You can meet him down at the bar. He's a bartender, the legendary Coach Ife, the bartender. If you want to shout him out on the Venmo, this is his Venmo. Let's turn straight. I think if you take a picture of it sideways, it'll work. Help Ives Kids, $20 for a raffle ticket. It's a 50-50 raffle. He's raising $10,000. You get $5,000 if you win. Raffle is going to conclude at the end of the month. I believe he's already raised quite an amount of money. Once again, hit up Coach Ife for Ives Kids. For those entry fees for the private school to help the kids get into school. Every dollar helps, man. Every dollar helps. All right. All right, man. That's my show. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all continue to do good things for people. Continue to do the work. Continue to love on one another. Continue to take care of yourselves. Continue to stay prayed up. Until next time, man. Hopefully we have a 1585 show at some point, Mac. Football season, man, is hard. Got a game on Friday. St. Anthony's versus Mayfair. Game number 2. We'll see what Junior does. Last week he had 10 tackles, 2 sacks. And tackle for loss. And a loss to a very strong, very deep San Pedro team. This week we got a very strong, very deep Mayfair team. It don't get no easier, man. We need some linemen. If you know a kid over 200 pounds that ain't getting no playing time, come on over to the SA, man. We got playing time for you. That's my recruiting plug. I might get in trouble for that. We'll see. Elaine and the Is It Just Me podcast. We're waiting. We're still waiting. Thanks for the reminder, Rodney Sauce. All right, y'all be easy, man. Peace out.